Hello everyone, welcome for another lesson with A Course in Miracles. Today is lesson 185. So I'm going to read through today's lesson. As always, there's a link under this video to today's text. And yeah, we'll just get started with our lesson. So, the lesson of the day, the statement of the day as always is, I want the peace of God. I want the peace of God. And we want that willingness for that. So we're keeping that in our minds today. To say these words is nothing, but to mean these words is everything. If you could but mean them for just an instant, there would be no further sorrow possible for you in any form, in any place or time. Heaven would be completely given back to full awareness, memory of God entirely restored, the resurrection of all creation fully recognized. No one can mean these words and not be healed. He cannot play with dreams, nor think he is himself a dream. He cannot make a hell and think it real. He wants the peace of God, and it is given him, for that is all he wants, and that is all he will receive. Many have said these words, but few indeed have meant them. You have but to look upon the world you see around you to be sure how very few there are. The world would be completely changed should any two agree these words express the only thing they want. Two minds with one intent become so strong that what they will becomes the will of God. For minds can only join in truth. In dreams no two can share the same intent. To each the hero of the dream is different. The outcome wanted not the same for both. Loser and gainer merely shift about in changing patterns as the ratio of gain to loss and loss to gain to take on a different aspect or another form. Now that's so true in our way of looking at the world through the eyes of the ego. It's all about good and bad and separation. And to want the peace of God is you let go of all of that. You just drop it. And you think, in this very moment I can have peace because it is my birthright. It is within me to go to that calm place. If I want to keep the suffering going, if I want to keep the problems going, then listen to the mind as it flickers back and forth in all of these things. Today we are really stepping back and choosing what is peace within us. Now, within relationships at times, people want you to be a certain way, and if you aren't that way, they can't be at peace. And you could feel the same maybe about somebody in your life. If they're not doing what you want them to do, then you can't be at peace, but you can. It's a choice. And it's a choice in any moment that we have to make as individuals to be at peace. And then when we're at that place, we allow the other person to be at peace too, because there is no need for any gain or in any way. So our aim today is really to surrender the mind, the ego, and choose the peace of God. Yet compromise alone a dream can bring. Sometimes it takes the form of union, but only the form. The meaning must escape the dream, for compromising is the goal of dreaming. Minds cannot unite in dreams, they merely bargain. And what bargain can give them the peace of God? Illusions come to take his place, and what he means is lost to sleeping minds intent on compromise, each his gain, and to another's loss. Yeah, in the ego world, it is all about what somebody gains and then somebody loses. Whereas when we're learning about the giving and receiving, it's like both people gain. They both gain the peace, the joy, the love, all of these things. To mean you want the peace of God is to renounce all dreams. For no one means these words who wants illusions, and who therefore seeks the means which bring illusions. He has looked on them and found them wanting. Now he seeks to go beyond them, recognizing that another dream would offer another more than all the others. Recognizing that another dream would offer nothing more than all the others. Dreams are one to him, and he has learned their only difference is one of form. For one will bring the same despair and misery, as do the rest. The mind which means that all it wants is peace must join with other minds, for that is how peace is obtained. And when the wish for peace is genuine, the means for finding it is given, in a form each mind that seeks for it in honesty can understand. Whatever form the lesson takes is planned for him in such a way that he cannot mistake it. If his asking is sincere, but if he asks without sincerity, there is no form in which the lesson will meet with acceptance and be truly learned. So we're looking for this peace coming from guidance, not coming from an ego peace, like if you're silent, then I'll be silent and we'll have peace. We want the peace to just come up within us, that arising of peace, because we can feel it. It's like going into nature, which is my common theme. You feel a peace. Although there's a movement, there is a peace. Everything is kind of flowing together, and that's what you want to be around people. It's like you can suddenly feel anxious around people, but you have a choice to think, what is making me anxious? My thinking around this situation. I want the peace of God. Step out of that moving and following kind of busyness the ego mind is, that it's grasping at something externally. Let it go and choose the peace of God. Let us today devote our practicing to recognizing that we really mean the words we say. We want the peace of God. This is no idle wish. These words do not request another dream be given us. They do not ask for compromise, nor try to make another bargain in the hope that there may yet be one that can succeed where all the rest have failed. To mean these words acknowledges illusions are in vain, requesting the eternal in the place of shifting dreams which seem to change in what they offer, but are one in nothingness. Today devote your practice periods to careful searching of your mind, to find the dreams you cherish still. What do you ask for in your heart? Forget the words you use in making your requests. Consider what you believe will comfort you and bring you happiness. But be you not dismayed by lingering illusions, for their form is not what matters now. Let not some dreams be more acceptable, reserving shame and secrecy for others. They are one. And being one question should be asked of all of them. Is this what I would have in place of heaven and the peace of God? So when things are taking you away from that peace, keep asking yourself that question. Is this what I would have in place of heaven and the peace of God? No. You want the peace of God, and you want that peace so genuinely that you just want to detach from the thinking, because it's not going to come from a thought. It's going to come from the heart. It's going to come in a way that is unique for you in how that will unfold, because it's bringing forward the peace that already is there, and you will recognize it when you willingly request it forth within yourself. This is the choice you make. Be not deceived that it is otherwise. No compromise is possible in this. You choose God's peace, or you have asked for dreams, and dreams will come as you requested them. Yet will God's peace come just as certainly, and to remain with you forever. It will not be gone with every twist and turning of the road, to reappear unrecognized in forms which shift and change with every step you take. You want the peace of God, and so do all whom seem to seek for dreams. For them, as well as yourself, you ask but this, when you make this request with deep sincerity. For thus you reach to what they really want, and join your own intent with what they seek above all things, perhaps unknown to them, but sure to you. You have been weak at times, uncertain in your purpose, and unsure of what you wanted, where to look for it, and where to turn for help in the attempt. Help has been given you, and would you not avail yourself of it by sharing it? No one who truly seeks the peace of God can fail to find it, for he merely asks that he deceive himself no longer by denying to himself what is God's will. Who can remain unsatisfied who asks for what he has already? Who could be unanswered who requests an answer which is his to give. The peace of God is yours. And the peace of God is ours. It's there in every moment. Once you experience it, which is what these lessons are all about, experiencing that total peace that can never waver. It doesn't go peaceful and then change. It is always there. It's a constant feeling of just calmness. So to gravitate towards that, because when you do, it is going to create this external environment that others, because that's what we all ultimately want. We all want peace, that's what we really want, just a peace within. So when you seek it within yourself, you give in so many other ways, because the rest of us feel it. We feel that peace. For you was peace created, given you by its creator, and established as his own eternal gift. How can you fail when you but ask for what he wills for you? And how could your request be limited to you alone? No gift of God can be unshared. It is this attribute that sets the gifts of God apart from every dream that ever seemed to take the place of truth. No one can lose, and everyone must gain. Whenever any gift of God has been requested and received by anyone, God gives but to unite. To take away is meaningless to him, and when it is as meaningless to you, you can be sure you share one will with him, and he with you. And you will also know you share one will with all your brothers and sisters whose intent is yours. It is this one intent we seek today, uniting our desires with the need of every heart, the call of every mind, the hope that lies beyond despair, the love attack would hide, the brotherhood that hate has sought to sever, but which still remains as God created it. With help like this beside us, can we fail today as we request the peace of God be given us. I think in reading that, the peace really comes when we're not having to use words. We come to that calmness. Like a snow globe, you shake it, and when you stop shaking it just everything settles. That's what we're aiming for today. We're aiming for that settling time. So give yourself 5 to 30 minutes in the morning just to sit with the words, which are, I want the peace of God. Sit with that, allow that peace just to come in and or rise up really within you. Just the peace that is there, allow it to come in whatever form you feel it, where you're feeling just, that just ultimate, and that that steadiness is always there. And then do the same on the evening before you go to sleep, and then on the hour, every hour, just remind yourself in any situation coming that I choose the peace of God today. I choose the peace of God. I want to just go to that place within me. I want to just feel calm. I don't want the pressure of what the external is trying to pull me into. I just want to enjoy the moment, enjoy the calmness that is within any moment. Sometimes it can be crazy busy outside, but if you really tune into that inner peace, it can suddenly just be calm. So just become the observer, become that beautiful, peaceful place today, and have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. Take care.